Let me see. Let me see. Great time when I saw two spiders today, and my car has been infested. Oh my goodness, you guys don't believe what's going on right here. Can you guys hear me good? The, yeah, I'm gonna end. So you just saw that. So they just knocked on my door right before I press live to come on right now. It's crazy. So then I looked out because I couldn't see. 'Cause I have my camera and I couldn't see who it was. And then I went to the window and then I didn't see anybody. So I already know like the enemy's trying to stop me from going live, right? And then I seen UPS. They just dropped off a box. So I just grabbed the box, but no one's there. So who I guess it was maintenance or whatever. They came, knocked, but then they moved away from the camera so I couldn't see them. I think there is a witchcraft being sent to me. My kingdom spouse and I are getting closer. But did you see that last video I put out regarding being blocked? It was a live, so a lot of people didn't see it, and that had to do with witchcraft too. You guys would not believe what's going on. So I have a testimony here. I have encouragement for you guys, and then I have two quick prophetic words. I just got off a fast. I just got off a fast. So I did a 21-day fast. So I'm here now. I'm not ignoring you guys. Whoever been emailing me and I've been not responding, that's why. Because I needed to focus on this fast here. I have been to watch it. Oh, you didn't watch it yet? Yeah, you should watch it. It was a part 2 as well. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I have two quick prophetic words. So I had some dreams on this fast. So I don't know what to say first. I don't know if you guys want the breakthrough that happened on the fast to hear that first, some type of encouragement, or you want the prophetic words. I can't stay too long, but I'm excited to tell you guys what happened. But then also, because I'm gonna do another video because I took some video of some food because I went on a Daniel fast and I thought about that at the end of the fast to do a video about that, and then I documented my dreams and everything. So some dreams are not for you guys, some dreams are just for me. But there's two dreams that I have to tell you guys about. I might redo that, but I'll just give you guys the heads up regarding that. So, what stood out? It was one dream, right? It was a teacher in the classroom. I was in the classroom, and the teacher had a helmet on, but it was a bullet stuck in the helmet. So it was like the teacher was there standing over my desk, but then walking through like the aisles, and then he had a bullet lodged in his helmet. So yesterday, the revelation was, the helmet of salvation. So what the Lord is saying here regarding the helmet and the bullet being stuck, I got up and then I like dug my underwear out of my my butt or whatever, and I went to go get my makeup done. So it's like my focus was somewhere else instead of where it needed to be, which was class, and it was like important, right? So I don't know who it's for. I don't know if you guys are praying this. Like every morning I pray the whole armor of God on me. I don't know if you guys do this, but if you think about it, if a bullet was if he didn't have the helmet on, which the Lord is revealing, helmet of salvation on, then the bullet would have, you could say, kill him, right? So the Lord is pinpointing the helmet of salvation and the bullet being stuck. So it's like, I don't know who it's for. I know it's not for me for sure. It's like half stepping. I got up with my friend. We went down the hall, out the classroom to look for someone to touch up our makeup. So it's like we're focused on other things, worldly things, when the person is actually being attacked. So I put mind battles here because it could be two ways. It could be someone is slacking regarding being taught how to, like, spiritual warfare, you could say, or it could be the head of the person, meaning the person's spouse could be being attacked in his head. And that's a confirmation too regarding, remember, if you guys remember that word I gave, about him looking like he was in a trance. So that's mind battles, mind attacks, or whatever could be sent to someone's future spouse. And you need to know how to pray, battle, right? um yeah, because it's being sent. So it could be words, because death and life is in the power of the tongue. Someone speaking death on somebody, but the person is not praying. The person is not doing what they need to do. They're not focused. So it's like a teacher is involved. So it's like you guys could be following someone that knows how to go about it, but you guys are not taking notes. You guys don't care. I'm like digging my underwear out my butt. I'm going down the hallway to get someone to touch up my makeup. So my focus is on other things other than what the Lord is calling us to focus on. Hi, sister. So I told everyone in the beginning, I wasn't ignoring anyone. I was just focused on the fast. I had a lot of breakthrough revelation. So many people are getting cut off, including family. I'm just over a lot of things. And the Lord, I prayed for that, for the Lord to strip me from people, places, and things, um, that are no good for me, because sometimes you could get blinded by people. And then the Lord showed me like a month or so ago on my wedding day, it was, you know how it's two aisles, one for the groom, one for the bride, right? It was one side that had no one there. It was like the two front rows, you could say, had, hi, sister. I wasn't ignoring people. Just, I want everyone to know that I was focused on the fast, okay? I'm going to, talk to everyone now that I got like what's going on here. So the Lord showed me like the two front rows had something going on, but the rest of the rows on one aisle was no one going on. And I had a feeling that was my row. I had a feeling that was my row. That row was empty. And now I know why the Lord said the row was empty, because everybody getting cut off. Seriously, you have no idea. But that's something for another day. Um, so yeah, so for the helmet of salvation, that's very important right now. The whole armor of God. People are not suiting up. People are not taking notes. People are not listening to someone that can help them. People are being attacked in their head, like they're sending mind battles to a person, or someone's future spouse could be being attacked mentally. So you have to know how to pray. So that's why I just came on. I might read you all this because I have more dreams, but I don't know if it's just for me or you guys. Because when you're on a fast, you dream a lot. So I wanted to talk to you guys about that. I want everyone here to know Esther fast is 3 days, no food, no water. I saw something, and I'm not knocking anybody for saying an Esther fast. You can get off the Esther fast at a certain time. But if you're going to say you're ongoing on an Esther fast and you're giving people notes on how to fast, an Esther fast is 3 days, no food, no water. You cannot tell people they can get off the fast at a certain time, because that's not an Esther fast. That's a partial fast. An Esther fast is 3 days, no food, no water. So if you see someone saying that it's something other than what it is, then that's false. Okay. All right. Okay, so what else here? So then the other dream that I'm gonna tell you guys about, because it's regarding my sister. We're on a bus. You could say like an ambulance kind of short bus, right? She was driving the bus. I was at the back of the bus. She's driving this bus here, and then the water started to fill up on the bus. So it was like if we didn't get off the bus, then we would have both drowned on this bus. But she's driving the bus. Next thing you know, she's like drowning, but then I'm getting on land. But then I'm trying to look for her because I'm concerned about her. But it's like she was going like sinking down, like she's about to drown. So I know what the Lord is saying regarding her. But it's just insane. Like people are still doing their foolishness. So what the Lord is saying here, with people that are attacking you, but not in your face, they're attacking you behind closed doors. So the people that are attacking you, they're going to end up drowning because of their own. You know what I mean? So one, people enemies are you going to see them? You're going to see them because the Lord, He's going to destroy what they're doing. They're going to destroy themselves in the process. Okay. And then with the helmet of salvation was very important for people to suit up daily and then, pray to the Lord what's going on in their life. Because when you think about it, I didn't go too deep in it. The helmet of salvation, what is a person not doing in their life that was the focus? You know what I mean? Hi, sister. How are you? Oh, thank you. Yeah, oh my goodness, you guys would not believe. So now let's get to the good part. So I was in prayer. Um, Let me get my calendar out. So I was in prayer, and the Lord, I was just like, oh, should I fast? And, just praying to the Lord. Next thing you know, I'm still on my knees here. I heard 21. And I was like, 21? I was like, what? A 21? And I knew exactly what he's talking about, 21-day fast, a Daniel fast. I've never been on a fast like that. I've heard you guys do it. I just was like, I don't need to do this fast. You know what I mean? Oh my goodness. So I was like, okay, maybe after I launch, I'll go on this fast. So then I was pushed to go on the fast before I launched. So I was like, okay. So I went on the fast on the 10th. I started. So then a lot of breakthrough here. So I went on this. I did 2 months, lost 17 pounds. You did? Yeah. So the thing is, with the Daniel fast, I was eating clean. Like I cut out everything. So it's like, your digestive system starts to flush out. You start getting hungry. The first 3 days, you're eating everything. So it's like you prepared. So it was good. It was a good fast. So what happened? So I left this one job. It was around 2015. So I had got this letter. They take things out of your check, right? So I got this letter, and then I called them. I was back in New York years ago. So I called them like, why do I have this? So they explained it to me like they was taking money out of my check at that time. So I was like, okay, it's normal. So everywhere I went, I never called back. I never opened that thing again. I just left it. So I would see it and then throw it in boxes, throw it away, not open it. I still got a few over here. So then I was listening to Prophet Peter on my fast, and he said, you know what, you guys need to, because he just, talks, you guys need to go outside your house and start praying around where you live. So I was like, I got to check the mailbox. Let me just take some anointing oil and pray. So I went to the mailbox. And I anointed where I was walking. I still have anointing oil on the envelope. So that was the same envelope. So I brought it. I didn't throw it anywhere. I put it on my desk. So then the next day I went around. I was instructed by the Lord to go around twice with the anointing oil and pray. So I went around twice. I was like, okay. So I called my tax guy the following day because I needed the exact amount what my taxes was going to be in order to track my taxes. So then he gave me the exact amount, right? So then well, he didn't give me the exact amount that day. I had messaged him to give me the exact amount. So then I sat down here, and then the envelope was here, anointing oil on it and everything. Before that, I prayed to the Lord. I said, Lord, the message you gave that we were going to get a big blessing in 6 months. 6 months already passed. It's been weeks. I have not got my big blessing. I only got little blessings, no big blessings for me. And I know I was on the right path, right? So I was like, your word says, I have not because I ask not. That's the word, right? So then that's when I got up, went to make tea, messaged my tax guy. So the envelope is sitting right here, and I don't open this envelope. So I sat here, I looked at this envelope, I'm already mad, right? I see the anointing oil on it. I was like, let me open this thing. So I opened the letter, right? And I seen this number and the date. It was at March something, 20 something, whatever. I seen this number and I seen the date, and I was like, why is the date saying now, and what's going on? This number was crazy, right? So then I called them because I'm just like, what's going on? So then my old job is on top of this thing. This letter has followed me everywhere I live. It's followed me, and there's the yellow tape on this thing because they're gonna cut off my forward from my old place, right? So that stuck out too. So they messaged me if I wanted to renew it or not because it's gonna stop in April, right? So I was like, whatever. Everyone already has my new address. So then I opened it, and then because they didn't have the new address. So I called them, and they're like, "Oh yeah." They asked me questions because it was no activity on it, so it was just accumulating for like 10 years here. Okay, okay. So then I call, and then he's like, "Yeah, this is yours." And I said, "What do you mean that this is mine?" And I'm like freaking out. And I was like, "Wait a minute, hold on." I was like, "I can take this? This is mine?" So I'm freaking out because I was just like, I was not expecting that. So it was like the Lord tried to get me this thing. And this crazy because if I didn't block out everybody, I would have threw that like I usually do, right? So then I didn't take out everything, whatever, but I just wanted to see if it was gonna work, right? So then I put my information in, and then but my old banking information was there, so I had to call them. So then we had like a little blockage there. They ended up taking out my real one, and then she read it off wrong, and I tried to give it to her again, and then they blocked us. So then the next day, and you know what's crazy? On the 20th, that's when all this happened. So what happened on the Daniel fast? Remember 21 days? So then the next day, that's when I was able to put in my banking information, and it took because it blocked us because we were messing up how many times we put in my banking information. So it was like the Lord wanted me to come on and tell you guys. So sometimes there's blessings in our face, but we're distracted or we're just not seeing it, if it makes sense. So like this thing been following me years, right? But and the thing is, I believe it needed to happen right now. Like I wasn't supposed to get it before, even though it was following me from place to place, if that makes sense. So I was like, I was in shock, like total shock. I'm still in shock. So yeah, so it's just been sitting there, and it's just been accumulating. Like they still put money in there or whatever, like my old job for some reason. And so that's it. So the Lord wanted me to share that with you guys. And the thing is, we need to be what was like showed to be obedience is better than sacrifice. Y'all know that. So the Lord called me to this fast. I didn't want to go on it. I wanted to launch. So I might be able to launch next week, maybe, because I might not be able to now because something else happened. So, but if I didn't go on the fast at that time, I most likely would have been blocked by something, um, something or someone, if that makes sense. So yeah, so I gave the Lord back His word because like He said, we were supposed to get blessed, a big blessing in 6 months from that video, but then nothing happened for me, and it was like 3 weeks after the 6 month mark. So yeah, I guess it wasn't for everybody. It was for people that was in right standing, you could say, but then some of us are being actively being blocked by people or family or whatever. So then it would have been they would have been able to block it if I didn't go on that fast, because that's the whole goal. So it's like these people know what's going on with you, and then they try to block you, but then you don't know. This is why they're always spying on you in the spirit. That's why they want to know all your information, your first and last name, your birthday, and all this stuff here, so they can block what's coming in for you. So this is why the Lord wants us to be obedient, because He knows what they're trying to do, and He knows what He has in store for you. But then if we don't go on these fasts, sometimes it's like we help them block us, because that fast is going to help render them powerless, you can say. Because if we're ignorant to it and we don't go on a fast, then they pretty much have the upper hand, because we don't know what's coming in, if that makes sense. But because they're always playing in the spirit, they know what's coming in for you, as much as they can know. It's been so difficult to fast lately. Well, that's not by accident that it's been difficult. That's because you need to go on a fast. See, anytime the Lord calls you to a fast is important. So yeah, so going on a fast, what you guys need to do, like when you guys go on a fast, you have to get what you going on a fast for. Um, is it you want to pinpoint something? So I had a dream. It was a big dollar bill. So it was on the floor, and I was picking it up, but somebody was standing over me with a broom, and they was holding the dollar bill. It was like this big, this dollar bill. So that's a big blessing, right? They were holding the dollar down with like the broom, so I wouldn't get it. But I was like trying to tug for this dollar here, but I was gonna take it to give it to them. That's what I used to do. People that used to hurt me back in the past before I used to try to like bless, like the Lord say bless them, but I used to have them close. But anyway, I'm trying to give the person the money that's trying to hold it down. So the Lord was uprooting a lot of things, and He showed me a lot of things that was still affecting me from what people did and said and all this. So that fast was very, very important. And He like rid the rest of the people that I still had in my life that need to leave my life. So sometimes these fasts you can't see. And then He's always sending people. You know how much emails I got from people that's not even you guys? People out of nowhere. All of a sudden need to ask me something, need something. I was like, I didn't open up anything. I've been going through cycles. Yeah, so it was like poverty, abuse. It was people fighting. You could say witchcraft, jealousy. Oh yeah, one dream I had three gifts in my hands. I'm giving it to this girl, this old best friend of mine. I'm giving her my gifts. Like, I was like, what is going on? So it was a lot of people stealing from me spiritually as well. So I'm there just handing over my gifts to this girl. She's sitting in the chair, leg cocked up, just waiting for the gifts here. I was like, what in the world? I haven't spoken to this girl in years. Yes, an old friend. Yep, an old friend. My relationships, they was attacking my relationships. I was giving relationship advice to my brother, got up to go give this girl my gifts. So they were attacking my relationship. They were attacking my finances. They were attacking me, my gift, or because one dream I was helping healing this lady, her arm was broke. It was a lot going on in these dreams. You guys are supposed to be dreaming too on your fast. If you guys are not dreaming, something is wrong. You have to be praying for the Lord to remove spiritual clutter physically. Before I went on the fast, I was eating all kinds of junk food. It was crazy. So that was just indicating how cluttered it was spiritually for me. That reminded me of when I kept dropping babies. I dropped a baby one time. When I was still in New York, I had this dream, and the Lord revealed something about my dad in that dream. But I didn't want to believe it, but I woke up crying. So the Lord doesn't lie. And then people play like this fast right here. Everybody got to go. I don't care who you are. I'm just like, oh no, definitely not. Because people still with the gaslighting. I didn't even notice certain people do it until this fast. I've been eating nothing but junk food. Oh really? Attacking my relationship with my children. Is your children are out of the house or they're still in the house? Tell me why I've been dreaming of cursing people out and fighting, girl. Last night I was punching a girl in the face for stealing my social security number. Okay, so I want to tell you about that. So I have this old dream book, and I was cursing at my sister. My sister was cursing at me. So we were like exchanging. I forgot about this dream. But I was led to open it, so I had to pray against that. So that's word curses. So you could be the type of person, or before, when someone would hurt you with their words, you would hurt them back with your words. So it's not only do you have to repent for doing that, because we could end up hurting people just because they hurt us. So the Lord trying to strip us from doing this stuff. So also speaking word curses over an individual, that can actually stick with us. So if the person has been calling you names, calling you this, calling you that, that can actually affect you, and you don't even know that. My sister used to say some real hurtful things to me, but she tried to damage me when I was younger. So she tried to damage me by her words. So I was still, to me, I was fine, but spiritually, those words were still taking root, you can say. So it's like you have to break that in the spirit. You have to pray against it. You have to cancel that over your life, because those words are still trying to find a home, like lingering around, whatever. So then it's like you'll have thoughts out of nowhere just because of those word curses being spoken over you as a kid or as an adult, whatever. You have somebody toxic in your life that want to hurt you, they'll say anything. So those things need to be broken. So this is when the Lord will bring it to the forefront. So punching a girl that stole your social security number, that's another thing. So with your social security number, somebody could actively be stealing your social security number. You gave a word before about somebody falsifying taxes. I got a letter here after I filed my taxes with tax information from 2021 and said I requested it. I didn't request that. So someone requested my tax information, but I guess they did it. They thought that they were going to get it, like get the information online when they put in my social somehow. But they didn't. They sent me the letter, because this is the IRS. They're not just going to send you or just put up your number if you know somebody's social security. You know what I mean? Is if you request it, they're going to actually send it to the person. So somebody did try to see what's going on. This was 2021 they were inquiring about. So someone has my social. So someone could, the Lord's going to block this stuff. So don't worry about it, but definitely pray about that. Think of stolen identity. Yeah, stolen identity. Or actually, like stealing your identity could go in so many different ways. It could be spiritual, like trying to steal your gifts. So your identity is what the Lord gifts you with, like your gifts, you can say. So they're trying to steal that, like swap that spiritually. Or in the physical trying to steal it. So you have to see if the Lord is saying physically or spiritually. You know what I mean? So you would have to. We were at a food stand and the girl was trying to get me to buy her food knowing she had money. So I guess I felt used in the dream. Yeah, but who was the girl? Do you know who the girl was? No, no, no. And that's the thing. Are you like that here in the physical? Knowing so like somebody has money, but they want to spend your money. Does that happen to you often? Like people try to use you here? Patiently waiting for the Lord to shut these witches down. Yeah, they're gonna definitely get shut down for sure. I did you hear the beginning when I said my sister was drowning? She was driving the bus. You know, anytime someone is driving a vehicle, but it was like an ambulance vehicle. So someone's sick. So someone is not only they're gonna drown themselves trying to do wickedness, they're also sick. Uh, so it was like they just still not stopping, even though they're bringing those curses on themselves. So she's most likely trying to curse me by bringing sickness on me, but she's sick because of this stuff here. Oh, I didn't hear that part. Yeah, that was in the beginning. So those are the two I was led to share with you guys. The one with the helmet, with the bullet stuck in the helmet, and my sister drowning. So it was like that was very important. Uh I have more and I have a number to give, but I'm not finished yet. I still got to get the rest of it. And I see 911 when I got up, wait, what? Attacks are coming or being led, and oh yeah, I could care less about the attacks because I'm digging my underwear out my butt. I could care less. He got a bullet stuck in his helmet. I could care less. I'm trying to get my makeup done. I got up with my friend to get our makeup done, touched up. Yeah, so 911. So yesterday, 911, I saw when I got up to get my makeup touched up. So it's important that you guys focus on the important things and not idle things. So that's important for somebody. Um, what did I write here? I have another dream, but I don't know if it's for you guys or just me. Um, so yeah, that was a really big blessing. So what you guys need to do is get you the scripture that you guys want. You guys give the Lord back His word, because I remember hearing that. I forget. I don't know if it was Minister Kevin or I don't know if it was Prophet Peter, but I remember hearing that you have not. I think it was Minister Kevin. You have not because you asked not. So I asked the Lord. Okay, I was asking the Lord financial breakthrough. I was like, listen, I took the gloves off with this one. I got the scripture, gave him back his word, and all of a sudden, like my eyes was open to open this thing. Usually I would fling it, and if I didn't open it, I don't even know if they would have been able to. Well, I never updated my addresses before, so I guess they would have found it, like found me again. But it was just, I just couldn't believe it. What's going on with Kingdom Spouse since your last video about the blockage? Who's Kingdom Spouse? Well, I haven't received any messages for Kingdom Spouse or anything. Tiff, these folks are trying to have my children attack me instead of them attacking me directly. But are you praying? Are you fasting against this stuff? I've been having so many Kingdom Spouses dream about your Kingdom Spouse. Yeah, I haven't had no dreams. I was led to just disconnect from people, places, and things, and let the Lord handle that. I got my own life to worry about. I don't have time for this. My previous landlord tried to steal our stars. That's a thing too with me giving the gifts to this girl. So that was her stealing it. These gifts are gifts from the Lord. So I'm just handing it over. So it was like they were doing something, she was doing something in the spirit where I was just handing it over. So these people were actually stealing from us spiritually. My priest, yeah. People act crazy around me when if I'm 100% in the right, they tell me I'm wrong. Yeah, it's gaslighting. I'm gonna definitely do a podcast episode about that because it was like people trying to gaslight me. I was like, excuse me, So I learned that from a young age here. Like when people try that, just don't let them distract you to go something like go left. If you hear right, stay right. People trying to like get you to focus on other things or get you so upset that you stop digging into them. Disconnected to, I've been praying, but I need to fast. Yeah, you need to fast because it's like sometimes when it's bigger than us, you need to fast because you need the Lord to step in. Anytime we're fasting, and especially if we're called to fast, is important. So I prayed against generational curses as well. I prayed against the spirit of torment. You guys need to pray this because that could have been sent. And this is why a lot of people are going through things where they live because that's a spirit of torment following someone. So the spirit of torment could be following people. And that's why, because I never called that out by name before, but I was led to. I've been praying, but yeah. So it's a lot going on here. You know, some people just fast for show. Some people just fast just to say they're on a fast, but nothing happens. There's nothing happening because, like, they're saying, "Oh, you can get off at this time. You're gonna do an Esther fast." No, an Esther fast. If you're gonna go on one of those, I went on one when I just started fasting, and it was brutal. I had to get off on the third day at 8. Was it 8? Like 8 p.m. I could not go the whole day. But they won't come on and tell you that. They'll act like they so high and mighty, like that they went through an estafette. But then nothing happens for them because they do it to be boastful in a way, but they're not really doing it for the Lord. So it's like a lot of people call themselves to fast, but then when the Lord called them to fast, they don't want to fast because they say, "Oh, I already went on a fast." Yeah, but the Lord didn't call you to that fast. You called yourself to that fast. Now, when the Lord called you to the fast, you drop everything and you go on that fast. But they won't do that. Esther fast, you don't eat or drink for 3 days. If you can't do it, then you don't do it. You know what I mean? But don't say someone can get off at a certain time because then they hear me and they be like, "Oh no, she must be wrong." No, the person you originally heard was wrong. This is why people shouldn't be on here talking about things they have no idea what they're talking about. Because it's like they start the confusion stuff. "Oh, no, you can get off at this time." No, you can't. 3 days, no food, no water. So it's like if you're gonna say you want to go on an Esther fast, know what you're talking about. I couldn't hang. Maybe I could hang now, but that fast almost took me out. Okay, so I got up at 8, and then I think around 3, I had to drink some juice. Like I almost what? It was time for me to get off that fast. Okay, but the Lord still honors it because your heart is pure. Your heart is in the right place. You know what I mean? But when you boastful, your chest all pumped out, like I'm going to Esther fast, I did this, I did that. It's like nothing happens. Okay, says the fast requires us to give during the fast. Yes. So, oh yeah, that's another thing. So when the Lord blesses you with financial blessings or something, what you're supposed to do is ask the Lord, is there anyone that you should give to? Like if there's anyone that you should sow into, because it could be someone that needs it or whatever, and the Lord knows exactly who that person is, so He'll lead you to a person to give to, right? Or and clothes as well. So last year, I gave a lot of my clothes and my daughter's clothes to Goodwill, right? So when this lady told me, she was like, "Why didn't you give your clothes to a homeless shelter, women, battered women, and children?" And I said, "I thought about that, but I didn't know where it was or whatever. But I felt bad the whole time. So it was like the Lord was speaking to me, like I should have gave that stuff to them." So I found one and I spoke to the girl. And she was so awesome. And I was just like, I finally found the place that is real. So I had to call around because some people are not who they say they are. They just actually take them on trips, but they're not really focused on helping them, if that makes sense. So I needed people that didn't have anything. Those are the people I was looking for, right? So they don't really take clothes, but if you got the tags on them, they take it. So my daughter had clothes that had tags on them. I had tags on them. I took it to Goodwill. So now I probably won't. Like, you could tax write stuff off, but if you want to do that, you can split it, but definitely take it to them people that don't have no money. So I got a pack of sheets here. I was going to return it, but then something in my spirit said, no, I'll just give it to them. You know what I mean? Just get some stuff that I don't use or not going to return and then give it to them because they have nothing. There's some people that leave their home with nothing because they're getting beat on, whatever. So it's like they need, you know, it almost feels like there's more witches than believers. We all need to be as bold as them. No, it's a lot of carnal, worldly believers. This is the problem. I did one, but I couldn't eat solid immediately thereafter. Oh, yeah, it's good for soup or broth or something. Yeah, to start off your, so you could start, opening your stomach back up with like some soup. But no, it's more, I don't know if it's more believers or more witches, but a lot of believers are with that false doctrine, once saved always saved doctrine. So they don't think they have to do anything, they think they don't have to fast, they think that we're nuts when we're not. You know what I mean? These people are being affected by these witches and warlocks because they don't fast, because they don't pray, because they don't suit up. People will call me, oh, she's fear, she's in fear all the time, she's always telling people to suit up, she's always praying. No, I'm not in fear. I know, you know what I mean? I'm just doing what I know. There's a lot of wickedness going on around here. So what are you gonna do? It's like we're on a battlefield, but then we don't have no armor on. That doesn't make sense. So it's not about being in fear. Like you just said, we need to be bold. The Lord said you should be bold as lions, be courageous. You know what I mean? Without armor, we are done. Exactly. And they know that. That's why the Lord showed the bullet in the helmet. If people ain't wearing that helmet, it's a wrap. You know what I mean? It's a lot going on. It was just too much to talk about. I didn't want to, and I don't even know if I could like edit. I don't even know if we'll record everything. But I need to do another video too, because it might be more, because I had a lot of dreams. You guys should be dreaming. You guys should be dreaming. You guys should be taking the correct scriptures to pray to the Lord, give him back his word. You guys should be listening to teachings, whoever you guys like. The Lord lead you. Deliverance video. I went to sleep twice and listened to deliverance video. It was a lot going on. A lot going on. Like when you listen to deliverance video, you could get delivered in your sleep. You can get delivered. You could do a cleansing. You listen to that stuff through your house. You have your anointing oil. You can pray. You can pray around where you live inside your home. That's what the fast is about: is to rid all that clutter physically and spiritually. Oh my goodness! I just remembered. So this is another dream. So the Lord showed me, it was a vision. Almost forgot. So there was a device. If you guys can see jeans, so it's like right here. It was someone putting a device inside the jeans, right? So then I said, "What is that?" So then the Lord confirmed, because I just threw away clothes, that people have to. Some people have clothes that they're tracking you through the clothes, like witchcraft of the clothes. So you need to pray to the Lord what clothes that you have, if this message is for you, that you need to get rid of, because some people have clothes that are cursed. They gave you clothes that's cursed. So yeah, that's another. That was a vision. So it's like to track you, to monitor you. So that's like a point of contact for evil spirits, you could say. So yeah, so some people, they too crafty. My daughter's ex bring to, huh? My daughter's ex bring it back. Pastor Darby. I heard that name before, but I never listened to him before. If you're led to listen to whoever, then and they're good, they preach good, then you listen to them. It's just to feed your spirit, you can say. He brings her clothes or shoes back. I've been picking up a lot about destitute too. So there's a lot going on in the spirit. So this is the thing. You have to pray to the Lord if there's anything that you have in your possession from your child or you that people gave you that you need to get rid of, because that could be a open door. Clothes, shoes, jewelry, whatever. I've been picking up. Yeah, yeah, destitute. Yeah, because the dollar bill was big, and they were holding it down. So they were trying to hold down my blessing. And the broom again. People sweep out your blessings. This is their goal. So when you see somebody sweeping your house, this is what they're doing. That person, or they could be masquerading, sweeping out your blessings. That means attacking what's rightfully yours. Anytime somebody's sweeping out your home, you have a problem. Okay. Anytime you pick it up, and I was low on the floor picking up this dollar. So to me, I feel like some things been stolen from me, maybe through my aunt and my mother, from family. There's a lot going on. I'm gonna figure all this stuff out for sure. What you think a vision of holding a staff means? Well, it could mean something good, because remember Moses and his staff. The Lord said, stretch out your staff. Remember, that's all he had in his hand. He was like, look again. So you holding a staff, I would pray about it because it has to do with maybe Moses' walk as well. Are you scared about something? Remember, Moses was scared to speak, and the Lord sent Aaron with him to speak. Moses was he didn't want to pick up his he didn't want to how can I say this? I answered a call at first. Remember, I have fears that God says I need to face. Yeah, that could be it. Just mimic. The thing is, you have, if the Lord showed you a staff and you had a staff, you just have to see who had this staff, what did they do, what they did not do, and then you pray about it. So because Moses is the first one, because I think Joshua had a staff too, or a javelin or something he had, and he stuck it out too. But Moses came to me first. So then you would go to pray to the Lord, or just read up on Moses and then see if the Holy Spirit highlights something. And if you could mimic Moses' life, remember, he didn't want to go. He didn't want to lead the people out at first. I thank you for your work. Oh, oh well, I'm thankful I'm here as well, and I'm happy I could help you. A lot of people, I don't know how to even say that, but I'm happy as well. Even the Lord says I'm easily frightened. Yeah, so that could be it too, because Moses, he didn't want to go. He didn't want to speak. So it could be something with, well, yeah, you're saying it there. Your fears. You need to get rid of that. You can't be fearful. The Lord said he did not give us a spirit of fear. So if you walk in fear and the Lord tells us not to be fearful, then he's like, you go in against. You can't be fearful when you walking in your calling. I feel I'm being gang stalked by my ex fiance of 5 years. You recently, or you've been gang? You feel like you've been getting gang stalked, or this is recent um rejection basically. Oh yeah, rejection. I had a problem with that as well. Yeah, you need to get rid of all that stuff. You got to let the Lord strip you, because that's all the enemy. The enemy put these people to hurt you, to reject you, to do all this foolishness to you. So then you can't walk in your calling. You can't love correctly. You can't help correctly because you still got those wounds open. Recently gang stalk. Yeah, I could believe that. But you have to think about it. This probably bit well, you just removed the X. So sometimes we don't notice we're getting gang stalked because the people we have in our life is the gang stalker, you can say. So once you rid yourself from these people, that's when you'll start seeing it play out from a distance. But if it's your ex, he's been holding you back in some way. This is why the Lord removed him. So you're just being gang stalked by him, or there's other people like where you live or your work or something. I found out he was dating a friend of mine for 5 years. We were together. Oh, okay. So you went through some type of betrayal. But what is he stalking you for if he's dating your friend for 5 years? What's going on here? You got a restraining order on him? You need to get a restraining order on him. There are a lot of people, I think, 6 days. What do you mean 6 days? He is a felon. Oh, so you don't want to get a restraining order on him because he's a felon? 6 people? 6 people where? Like where you live? Rejection. Yeah, so rejection is a big one. A lot of people suffer rejection from family. That's where it starts. Well, not all the time, but it could start from family, or it could start from relationships, depending on who's toxic. You know what I mean? In that same dream, I said I was punching that girl in the face. I seen my child's father too, and I was telling him to come stay with me. Do you guys have a good relationship? If there's more that I have to tell you guys, then I'm gonna just do another video and just combine it. Like if anything comes to me, I don't talk to him. He's not present. In the same dream. Yeah. So you saw. So you were punching. You saw. Okay, wait. So when you were punching the girl, you saw his face, like he was there, or it's like you saw his face and this is why you was punching her. It's my ex friend. One of the people lives. I think motivation is to steal every source I have plus remember. Yeah, there's some people that want to just ruin you, so you'll have nothing. After the fact, I seen him after that. Yeah, so they so is he into witchcraft or anything? Like this is a. Do you think they're doing things spiritually as well or no? Like actively trying to hold you down, actively trying to attack your finances. I am a what's that? A graduate nurse practitioner and also trained in EMDR and help people with their healing. So okay, so that's a good thing. Not sure. So what do you have problems at work or you think that they're trying to attack you so you won't be able to continue working? I've had 4 dead birds on my front yard in the past 2 days. Okay, so that's not good. When's the last time you fasted? Did you? How often do you pray? 4 dead birds? That's definitely not. That's definitely not good. Um, they could be trying to bring that to you, or because birds bring messages. Are you not? How often do you pray? Let's get that first. How often do you pray to the Lord? See, that's what I don't know. Recently, I've seen another dream of him getting married to someone else. Do you still love him? I have my own business that we started together. I didn't know anything about that business. I'm in constant communication with God. Is he into witchcraft? And what do you mean you didn't know anything about the business, but you started a business with him? Pray against evil birds and the spirit of death. Yeah, definitely the spirit of death. But if the birds are dead already, it's not alive, so it's not like it's monitoring her. The spirit of death, but I'm trying to figure out. I don't know. I would have to pray about it because there's something else too. It has to do with maybe messages, the business aspect. So you have a business with him, but okay, you start a business together. The business aspects of it, of what though? Contact me. I would see the patients and he would build the insurance company. Okay. All right. So you guys are working as a team. And now that you guys are not together, he's harassing and stalking you. It's 2:49. I'm probably going to get off here and then I'll come on. I wanted to do probably a live on Saturday. I don't know. All right. So what do you want to do with that then? Like, okay, because you don't want to work with him anymore. So do you think that you guys could work together and not be together? Or is that a no? Because if not, you have to replace him, but you also need to put up walls here. Do you have got kids together or no? He's dating your friend, but he's stalking you. No kids. Okay, that's good. I truly believe I would have to pray about it. I know I love him, but I'm not in love with him. Him and his homeboy was in the same dream. But what were they doing? What were you guys doing? Was he just there? The spirit of rejection. You got to go back to that. Did he start the spirit of rejection, or was it something that always was present? Do you ever do personal sessions? I have before, and then sometimes I just talk to the girls on Zoom. But yeah, we could definitely chat. Just have to pray about it. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, we could definitely chat. You know my email, right? I dated him very young. For almost every, my first for almost everything. Yeah, definitely pray about it because I don't really know what you want to do with it. Like, do with this situation. I'm just trying to figure out what he's doing over there. Yeah, you gotta pray to the Lord. You have to figure out your feelings regarding this person. Is he your future or not? You know what I mean? And if there's a spirit of rejection there, you need to pray about. You have to attack that spirit as well because every relationship you get in, that's gonna affect the relationship. Either you're gonna push the person away, or the person's gonna push you away. So you gotta attack that spirit of rejection. That gotta go. What is your email? Poetry and prophecies at gmail.com or poetry and prophecies at mail.com. I have two emails. So either or. Yes, he's been showing up more ever, even after prayer. So he's been showing up. Is that a good or bad thing? Did the Lord remove this man? Or because the Lord removed him, is it fuzzy here? If the Lord removed him and he's showing up, that's a problem. But if the Lord wants him to stay around and he's showing up, that's a good thing. You know what I mean? I think it's fuzzy here. Oh no, I don't know. I'm about to get off here. Yes, he's been there. But yeah, did I make it worse? Can you guys see me clear? Um, yeah, like that. I'm not gonna say nothing. I was about to say something, girl. I'm not gonna say nothing. People need deliverance. People need healing because if not, they're gonna come into your life and start beating you with that same stick that they didn't get healing from. All right, whatever. Thank you for always being here with supportive messages. Oh, you're welcome, sister. Yeah, I figured let me just come on and talk. But I think I'm gonna do a live Saturday morning. All right, let me stop messing with this thing. Um, so yeah, we could talk more about dreams. I'll see there's more that if there's more because there's more dreams. I dreamt more, but I don't know if it was just for me or you guys as well. So those are the three important ones: the enemy drowning, even if it's family, um, the helmet of salvation, and the clothes. You guys need to get rid of some clothes. The clothes is got tracking, and not really a tracking device. It's spiritual tracking you, opening you up. That's an open door. They curse the clothes. So then pray. If you got gifts, clothes for your kids too, pray and see if you need to get rid of it. I had a crazy dream about my aunt. Well, yeah, pray about her because it could be family too. Thank you. Yeah. Yep. It could be family too, because people got to go. People got to go. This is our season, no matter who it is. Because my father and a couple of them other people, they got to go. Because it's like I'm open up. I'm opening you. I'm opening my life to you, and all this stuff I got rid of. And you guys trying to wound me some more? No, definitely not. My mom died from cancer in 2018, and in the dream, she was happy about my mom being dead. Yeah, because that's how she probably really feels. And I'm not gonna say yeah, but not, that's the Lord showing you. She don't probably have ill will towards you as well. Okay, it's a lot going on in these families. These families are just our physical families, not our spiritual family. So it's like your spiritual family. It's like you know what I mean. You're gonna feel a connection with that. It's like with the physical family sometimes. Come on to me. They are not your spiritual family. No, they're not. They're not. No. Because the thing is, what used to happen before I start walking my walk is like if I didn't, you could say, comply to what they wanted, because I was like really private. Sometimes I used to deactivate my stuff, right? These people, and I know they watch me, you know what I mean? I know they watch me. They don't say anything, but then it's like if I'm doing something, you could say it's like so on the back, but then everyone is like on the forefront. And I'm just like more focused on other people, but then they'll deliberately bring that up to you. So they want to see your reaction, one. They want to hurt your feelings, two. And the thing is, if you're not aware of that, you'll just go along with it. You know what I mean? But then once the Lord is stripping you from this stuff, it's like, oh, what's happening right now? No, definitely not. See, these people shape up or shape out. You know what I mean? Sometimes family gotta go. Sorry. That's I noticed she's been liking my stuff on Facebook and you aren't friends anymore. Her and her, my great aunt. How was your relationship with them? You have to pray about this stuff. Sometimes people do things just to get close, but then doing ridiculous things behind closed doors. Oh, girl, that's another one. My mom was in the dream telling my brother something I had said about him and gossiping. That gossiping spirit pushed the table so hard he broke it. Anger is these things in your family. People got rage, anger, gossip. If the things we notice in our family, whether it be jealousy, hateful, vengeful, we have to attack this stuff. That's generational things that's still trying to manipulate things to cause problems in your life. This is why the Lord will remove these people, and like you just said, manager director, be brought into solitude, which I was. When I came to Florida years ago, I felt so much peace at that time. And I didn't even know it was because I was away from my family. So I came here and felt peace. And I this before I had my daughter, and I was just like, I would live here because the VI and New York, Florida is right in between. The VI is a little too slow. New York was getting on my nerves always sometimes. So Florida is like a really great sweet spot. So I knew I was gonna come back here. But my other sisters was like, you're gonna get bored of the VI. I have 9 sisters. So it was like, I know I was probably gonna get bored and want to go back to New York. So anyway, Florida was gonna be my home. I just knew it from then. So the Lord led me here. The Lord led me here, and there's been a lot of like things happening here, but I'm happy to be here. And then I remember one of my sisters was like, she was so upset that I even went without telling them. It was like so much manipulation and control. You guys have no idea. I didn't know what it was before. I thought it was like concern. No, it was like I felt at peace because I was away from them. I really don't like after this fast. I really don't. I'm just over it. I'm over it so much now. It's just insane. But it's actually good for me though, because now I know exactly where people need. Because the thing is, when people are out of place, that's when it could throw us off. We need to know where to put people and leave them there. Very messy. So you have to attack that. Because I had the spirit of jealousy in my not had have the spirit of jealousy in my family. Like my grandmother was jealous of my mother so bad. My grandmother hated my guts because I remind her of my mother. That's crazy, like insane. So the spirit of jealousy definitely had a foothold in my family. God sent me a dream. So if whatever had legal right on the bloodline is very evident, you know what it is. You have to attack these things and heal from them things. We got to heal too. And I will. Sorry, God sent me a dream to forgive them, and I will. But He's still showing me that they don't like or care about me, or it's kind of confusing. In the same dream, you can put them exactly where God needs them to be in your life. I feel that they hate me because I a lot of these family members hated my yeah, that could be it. Your mom's probably a sweet woman, she helped them, they were just jealous of her for whatever. And if you look like your mom, that's a whole different story. If you look like her, dress like her, act like her, talk like her, they're gonna hate you too. So yeah, if you're the child that reminds them of your mother, forget it. So yeah, definitely I pray for my sister too, because I don't want her to get hurt even if she's trying to hurt me. I don't, you know what I mean? But I got to get away from you because you're gonna hurt me. So it's like, you know, it's like a little replica of exactly, probably a twin walking around here. They looking like, oh my goodness, they hate your guts. All you did was get a glass of water from the fridge. So it's like, yeah, if you're the yeah you're if they hate you because yeah you're the one that looks like your mother, talk like her. You're a constant reminder. They hate you. That's what I go through. It's insane. Yeah, but the Lord removed me from that stuff as well. So yeah, I guess we could talk on and on about this family stuff. It's just like insane. But the Lord placed us there to help us. Like become who he's called us to be. If you notice in the Bible, people's family wasn't always the best. And then look at what they grew into being, and acknowledging their gifts. And so the family, even if they tried to hurt us, kill us, we the Lord protected us to help us become who he know we could become. You know what I mean? So yeah. So I don't know, guys. If you guys want, I'll come back on Saturday morning. Yeah, he's been talking to me about Joseph so much lately. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, Joseph was definitely um, a story there, and then his gifts improved as well after some time. So that could be it too. Come back on Saturday. Yeah, I know a lot of people complain about Saturday mornings though, so I'm not sure. Is Saturday morning okay? I was thinking about Saturday morning. I was trying to get my small dog to run off a big dog in a dream and ended up getting chased myself. Blah, blah, blah. And yes, come back. I enjoy these lives. Oh, you do? I'm so happy. So you had a small dog trying to chase off a big dog, and then you end up getting chased. So that's not good. That means you like it's like you're a small fry compared to this big animal here. So it's like you gotta become. You can't run. If you see yourself running, that means that you're not. You need to get more. Come up spiritually, if that makes sense. Like I had a dream. A dog bit me in my arm, but I was distracted. I'll let you guys know a lot of things. So what the Lord was saying with that. But I was in my old neighborhood and stuff. This was before I went on the Daniel fast. I was like, go get it. Yeah, but you have it's not really like your dog for real. Do you have a dog in real life or no? But yeah, because it could be spiritual too, like the spirit of the dog as well. But the thing is, it was chasing you, so it could be somebody into witchcraft around you as well. Because and another thing, who did they call dogs in the Bible? The Gentiles, right, or something? It was a specific people. It could have been sorcerers. They call dogs. Um, so you don't have no dog. So yeah, so it's like it is like when you think about it, if you have a small dog, but the small dog is not equipped to chase off the big dog, then you end up getting chased. You and the dog. That means you need to come up to the point where you chasing the dog, or then you just ended up like scaring the dog. You can say, but it's like they're not afraid of you, but they're not afraid of you because you could say as small as that dog. They weren't good. Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. It's chasing because you're getting chased by it. The Lord is trying to tell you something because of that. But yeah, so I'll go now, guys, and Saturday I'll come back, Lord willing. Probably I don't know what time is better, but I'll probably do a poll to see maybe 12, 11. I don't know. So I love you guys. Just rewind it to the beginning, but I repeated the dream anyway. But yeah, so just pray about it. Like if you guys are in waiting for something, then you pray to the Lord, His word. I remember saying that I have not because I ask not. Ask the Lord for what you want. Bring the Lord His word. He says you'll be the head and not the tail. You'll be above and not beneath. You'll be the lender and no longer the borrower. So that you could say attacking your finances. You know what I mean? So if it's financial breakthrough or whatever the case may be, you have to keep your eyes open and pray to the Lord. You know what I mean? Get those scriptures. Go on a fast. Break the spirit of poverty or the spirit of devourer. You could have the spirit of poverty because it's on your bloodline, or somebody could have sent it to attack your finances. So that you just have to pray to the Lord and see what you need to do. And anything is if you need to like break through or whatever regarding whatever, then you get those scriptures, and be serious about your fast and stuff. I love you too, sisters. So I'll go now. I'll be back Saturday. Hopefully, you guys are awake because sometimes the people that I see now, I won't see Saturday. You guys are sleeping or whatever. So Oh, bye, sister. Yeah, I want to talk to you guys. So I'm going to respond to all of you guys now. I love you guys. And pray to the Lord if you guys are in waiting for something. See if something is blocking you spiritually and attack that. All right. Have a wonderful and blessed day, everyone. I love you guys. Bye, guys.